The Hamish and Andy Show podcast. Powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's been a hard day on the tools. Lads haven't even had a chance to talk about
UFOs.
At school, we've been learning a lot of pointless dribble. Finally, I get to learn about UFOs.
It's been a hard day being Kerry Ann Kennelly too, and thank God it's 3 o'clock and I can concentrate on one thing.
UFOs. Kerry Ann?
Thank you, Hamish and Andy's happy hour.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hamish and Andy back with another happy hour. One topic per day on this show until we exhaust all 27 trillion topics there are currently in the world. And Haim, today's topic is UFOs. In this month, 66 years ago, an airborne object
Are you
crashed.
doing it on this month? Don't we normally do it on this day?
Yeah, it was hard to get UFO once.
A little bit looser. On this year or thereabouts.
Crashed into a ranch near Roswell. The most popular, almost publicised UFO incident of all time.
Yep.
You and I went to Roswell.
Yeah, we didn't
Not
see
the
a heap
happiest
of
place on
Yeah,
earth.
we didn't see a heap of evidence we were in Roswell.
No.
That's going to be like 4 years ago or something now.
Yeah, we did see evidence of weirdos.
We saw people that definitely had gone there because they're of the predisposition that they like to see things.
Yeah, and that they would be the right people to obviously be the first to chat to aliens.
The UFO museum we went to in Roswell's got to be one of the oddest places in the world.
Yeah.
So much stuff, all the stuff in there, they were like, oh, this is remnants from this and that, but they wouldn't let anyone test it. And there was a lot of, but we got the real stuff out the back, but that's locked up because the government will try and get it.
Yeah, because everything was they'd made a replica of the real things, apparently, because the real things were too sacred to have out in the
Too
museum.
sensitive, people nick them.
Yeah.
Just show us the evidence! And it doesn't matter, though. Today on the show, we've got believers, we've got a few things that are off topic. I've got an incredible adventure you're going to go on to challenge you to make a lot of decisions. That what would you do if someone that you loved was an alien?
Right.
I've written a very elaborate choose your own adventure, actually. There's heaps of different scenarios, so it took me ages, so I really appreciate it if you do it. And the only way into this show is hamishandandy.com/topics. And we had a lot of people writing in for UFOs, but before we get to all the emails and the correspondence from happy chappies and happy lassies, I've got something that it's a slightly serious side to this. I've made a choose your own adventure for you. I'm after a little bit of a pat on the back first up here because it's a Word document. Got it open in front of me. It's over 750 words. I mean, I wrote all that today. So,
Okay.
I ain't no slouch.
Which is a lot more effort than you put into Cookie Lottery.
Now, Cookie Lottery was incredible. We were counting out the number of cookies from a McDonald's cookie pack. We did get over 17.
Let's just balance out the work for the work.
All right, I'm just saying that's a pretty big word count.
Okay, good.
I'm not going to obviously get to all the words because when you select pages, you jump around to different pages. But I'm just saying they're there if we need them. All possibilities are covered, so you can go anywhere in this story.
Is it possible that you would put up this Choose Your Own Adventure on the website so people would...
I'll self-publish.
Okay, great.
It's kind of tailored to you, though.
Okay.
It's about someone you love being an alien and how you react to it.
Right,
That's why I've made it a Choose Your Own Adventure, because I want to see where your brain goes. You walk into a fancy hotel room. Music starts to play. It has a fat beat and a hypnotic melody, and you instantly recognise it as the music of DJ Havana Brown, who you have a giant crush on. But when you look around for the source of the music, you can't see where the music's coming from. Slowly, before your very eyes, DJ Havana Brown materialises, playing on silver DJ decks. How have you done this, you stammer? Because I'm an alien, she calmly replies. DJ Havana Brown is an alien? Do you run for the door and flee into the night? That's page 46. Stay and talk to her. Page 12.
I'd probably stay and talk to her.
You can do both.
No, I can't.
You can run into the night, or you can stay and talk to her. But you want to stay and talk to her?
You can't do both.
No, I mean, you can choose your own adventure
Well,
here. Don't feel pressure.
I would probably stay and talk to an alien. I go, wow, this is pretty full on.
Okay, great. I'll go to that page then.
Factually, it's incorrect already because I don't have a crush on DJ Havana.
You stay and talk to her. How long have you been an alien for, you ask? All my life, she coos. Sexy. Have you programmed my brain to be in love with you, you inquire? Yes, and it's unstoppable. You'll always be in love with me until I deprogram your brain. Also, this isn't what I really look like. Would you like to see my true alien form? You ponder what to do. Would it ruin your insane attraction to her, or would it prove you prove you truly love her, no matter what? To see her in her true alien form, go to page 55. To decline, go to page 21.
I'd like to see the true alien form, because I was stuck around more for the intrigue of chatting to an alien.
Okay, page 55. She flicks her nose 3 times. Of course, you think. Suddenly her human skin retreats from her body and rolls up into her scalp very, very fast, not unlike a spring-loaded blind in a classroom or doctor's office. The bulk of all her skin now under her scalp gives her head a turban-like lump, and you're momentarily reminded of the hit film Coneheads, about aliens who also had funny-shaped heads. You mention this to her, and she coquettishly giggles and said she hadn't thought of that before, but yes, she does see the similarity. She asks you if you would like to make love to her in her purest form as an alien. To do this, go to page 19. To politely decline, go to page 40.
Page 40, thanks.
Politely decline. You begin to decline, but then think, what the heck?
No,
So you decide to
go
make
to page
love.
40.
You begin to embrace intimately, and her claws are extremely painful. You soon realise that it's a very one-sided affair, and she's not looking after your needs at all. After she's had her way with you, she devours you, as she'll need sustenance on her 1,000-year voyage back to her home planet. The end.
The end. Of all the things, I really would love to see this animated. And you and I talked about maybe...
this would be huge.
Maybe with the watches what you and I were talking about as a lovely giveaway on this show,
Yeah.
we have to replace the mugs.
Yep.
So if anyone can animate...
Oh, Ando, are you saying that if someone animated this and we picked the best one, they would win an exclusive happy hour gold-coloured watch?
Yes, I think that would be good.
This is huge. It's the first gold-coloured watch we've given away. It's the greatest prize in radio.
Yeah.
There's only...
Well, none.
100. I'll make 100.
We don't have any.
I'm going to make 100.
Okay.
We're going to make 100 gold-coloured watches.
Yep.
But bearing in mind, we'll give these away very, very rarely.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe this could be the only one we ever give away
Yeah.
for the rest of our lives.
True.
But, all right, there's a gold-coloured watch on the
Watch it,
line.
man.
If you can animate that epic, choose your own adventure. You're the one that chose the adventure.
Hey, today the topic is, of course, UFOs. Happy Chappy Todd he has emailed in at hamishandy.com/topics. He says, Todd, in brackets, grandson of A.B. McFarlane.
And who's A.B. McFarlane?
That's what caught my interest. He said, my grandfather, A.B. McFarlane, was the Secretary of the Air Department, and he was directly involved in investigating the Tully saucer nest in 1966, the forerunner to the crop circles.
Oh,
he was an alien investigator back in the day.
He was Fox Mulder.
Todd joins us now. Your family ran the X-Files back in the day, Todd.
One could say that, Andy. One could say that. How are we, Andy?
G'day,
Thanks
Todd.
so much for contacting us. This is incredible.
Are you still in the business?
No, my grandfather has actually passed on, so the ties have ended.
Yeah, right.
Is there a mysterious box of, files or something that you feel like you might find in his attic something one day, or just, something that says definite proof, don't show the government,
Yeah.
something like that? Have you looked through his belongings?
We have looked through the belongings, and unfortunately, a lot of things went to the grave with him. So,
Right. Now, Todd, I understand you've got a bit of an idea of what your grandfather did, the great AB.
Yes.
What was the type of investigation that was required back in 1966 in Tully, which Hamish and I visited?
We have been there.
We went to the sugar factory there on our caravan of carriage last year.
Lovely place.
what he actually did, and what actually happened, he sent a team of investigators up there to have a look at what actually happened, and they took soil samples and samples of, I think it was a banana field at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I guess the official documentation went out as saying that the report failed to reveal anything of significance.
Yeah, so a bit of a no finding. Were people in the area, say the farmer that thought there might have been addition there, was he disappointed with the findings? Did you ever ask your granddad that?
I didn't ask my granddad that, but I guess the official document, and I guess the unofficial documentation said that he was a bit disappointed that his tractor stopped working. Now, if you know any of the farmers up there, they do say that you never stop your tractor in the middle of the field.
Yes.
Now, when he got off the tractor to investigate the actual findings, he found that his tractor had stopped, and so that was one of the main conclusions that he came to, that something untoward had happened.
Is it so? We suspect alien play for stopping the tractor.
So if the tractor,
because he would never stop his own tractor.
No,
in the
you
middle
wouldn't,
of the field.
because everyone knows.
No, you wouldn't. And was there evidence of any sort of footprints, alien-like footprints, leading to a nearby shrub where there was a giggling alien who looks like he might have recently turned a tractor off?
Nothing documented on it.
Unsubstantiated reports.
Do you think that your granddad, Todd, was open to the idea or a skeptic beforehand? I wonder the type of people that the government are sending in.
Yeah.
I think he was a bit sceptic because, as I mentioned in my email to you guys, I did say that when I was about 9 or 10 years old, I went to my grandfather and I mentioned that I was writing a book on UFOs. And at the time, he quizzed me about it, and at the end, he sort of gave me a dismissal that suggested that he didn't quite believe in UFOs himself. But I, of course, only found out about the UFO investigation later on, so it sort of confirmed his opinion of what UFOs.
Maybe he was testing you to see if you were passionate enough about it, and then when you proved you were, he gave you, your own spaceship that he found.
Hey, Todd, did you ever end up writing that book for your granddad?
No, I'm afraid he put the mods on it from his reaction.
Found a different topic. What did you end up going with in the end?
No, well, I didn't actually write any book at the time. I think I was turned off writing from that moment on.
Oh, what a shame. I wrote a great book when I was 9 years old about me and my friend Andreas flying jet planes over the girls dropping slime on them. And I later found out that my dad was a pilot that dropped slime on women. I had no idea at the time.
Todd, thank you very much for your correspondence, mate. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, guys. See you later.
Hey, permission to go off topic for a second. I mean, this show is one topic per day.
I'll let you do it once, but only this once, Ando.
It's to do with your psychic dreams, not the Powerball one we discussed yesterday.
No, I assume you're talking about my very exciting dream about the end of the year?
Yes. For people who don't know, just earlier this year, Haim, you said you had a dream. It was at the end of the year where you and I were doing an outside broadcast by some kind of water park. It was our last show. There was water around, but it was not... It wasn't world class. It was maybe a bit unfinished. Yep. And I thought it was sort of half inside, half outside. There's people there. Yeah. And Adam Levine had turned up to play on the last show. I remember being a bit shocked that he'd come. From Maroon 5.
Yep. Yeah. But he didn't come because he was being paid or it was a promotional thing. He came because we'd rewritten one of his songs. Not to be funny, not in a funny way,
no, definitely not
just
funny.
in a good, we'd made it better.
We made it better.
Anyway, we were talking about this on the show the other week, and we started jamming it out, just seeing what came out of us. We rewrote the song Daylight. Yeah. You had a great impulse to make it Christmas-based, and I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah. But then when you said I think you said the phrase Christmas Pud, and then when you said that, it suddenly all made sense. Of course, we rewrote one of his songs to be a Christmas song. Yeah. The prophecy is coming true. Yeah. That's why he loves it, because it means huge dollars for him in America. Yeah. You've rewritten it as a Christmas version. Then someone rings up and says, hey, yo, Wet n Wild is opening in Sydney in December. Yeah. And we was like, hang on a sec, this is beginning to be crazy. That's the kind of thing that you do as a radio show, is go to Wet n Wild and do a show for your end of year show.
This is the song when we just jammed it out.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's feeling good. Got my new wife and some Christmas pud. Yeah, it's Christmas. There's no time for greed. 'Cause with you, girl, I got all I need.
So there you go. The song's very much saying that at Christmas time, just having the people around you is all you need, as well as some Christmas pudding.
Exactly.
Two things I mentioned.
Emma has emailed
Yes. Please tell me there's an update, because it's beginning to feel... I know it seems crazy. We have no contact for Adam Levine.
No.
We can't.
We haven't even contacted him or tried to.
We wouldn't even know where to begin. And for all we know, I think we looked at the Maroon 5 website or whatever.
He's meant to be touring.
Very unlikely he's going to be in Australia around about this time, but it still feels somehow like I just can't get it out of my head. The prophecy will be true.
Emma writes, "Hey guys, I was just randomly web browsing when I suddenly noticed an article mentioning the lead singer of Maroon 5 has expressed interest in getting married."
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's feeling good. Got my new wife and some Christmas pud.
Oh my God.
Got my new wife and some Christmas
wife.
pud.
You might as well have said you're going to get married on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's happening, mate. The first time he's always been in the pants, man.
Yeah, he has.
It's the first time in his life.
Down. It's like a greased pig. You can't get him. You can't
I
grab
looked
him.
up the article.
Sports Illustrated model, isn't she?
And
someone,
yeah,
some sort of model.
And he's going, yeah, I've discussed it, and I've talked to Chance or someone, the other person on the Voice with him. And he said he's loving marriage. Marriage is something that I'd consider.
Oh my God, Andy. It's happening. It's happening. I put that lyric in because I thought it was me talking about being married, but it turns out I was just channeling Adam Levine, who, when he sings it on the live show, will have just got married.
She'll probably be there.
Oh my God.
Maybe she's allowed on one of the rides.
Yeah, we'll get a free ride. That'll sweeten the deal if he's listening. Hey, Andy. Adam Levine appearing on the last show. Heard it here first.
Happy chappy Jeremy has emailed an international biz from Wellington, New Zealand.
Hello.
He says, let's play the UFO game.
How do you play that, Ando?
It's a good question, and thankfully he puts down how you do play it. He said basically it involves someone either leaning out a window or standing in a corridor, and the other person has to throw something past that window or past the corridor at pace. It's an unidentified flying object.
And the person, all right, in the corridor, the window has to guess or try and ascertain what it is.
Yep. If you guess correctly, you become the thrower.
How fun.
So, Haim, I've organised this for you. We're going to go outside in a second. You'll be sitting down the corridor and just looking up at one
Where have we got the items from, Ando?
At one of the T intersections. I've got the items from a little shopping trip I went down the road. So there's a lot of different styles.
So any from around like Grumpy Dave's office or...
Nothing from Grumpy Dave's office.
That's rare. That is rare that we would have a throwing game and not use it to nick a mug or something off his desk.
Haim, you are now round the corner from me.
I'm secluded in an alcove.
Yes.
Andy, I cannot see you. I'm facing straight out into the corridor, a bit of a T intersection, if you will.
Yeah.
I believe as part of the UFO game, because UFOs are today's topic on the happy hour, one topic per day. Today's topic being UFOs. The UFO game involves you just chucking stuff past the gap that I'm facing as fast as you can. I've got to tell you what I think it was.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for the first one?
I'm ready to identify flying objects.
Okay, I'm going back to get the first one.
Item number 1 is a bottle of Morning Fresh washing detergent.
First one coming through.
Okay. Jeez, so quick. Was yellow.
What are your thoughts?
Margarine? Was it a tub of Meadow Lee?
Close. It starts with M. It's a tub of Morning Fresh.
Detergent. Yeah, felt like a consumer item.
Was I a bit too fast? Was that too fast?
Well, I mean, that's the goal, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it is
this is just proving that human eyes can't really detect things at pace.
All right, next item. I'm going to go for more of an underarm softball pitch rather than...
No, don't baby me. I mean, that's the game.
Okay.
Item number 2 is a metal bucket.
Ready?
Yep. I mean, that was quick. Probably a bit of a hint there by the hard landing.
Yeah.
Bucket?
Yeah,
metal
I
bucket?
feel like you went off sound, though, rather than...
Well, I mean, it's a metal bucket, so...
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, you got it. So you won from 2 here.
You're going to get a metal bucket.
I've got a deadlock here. I've got a deadlock item number 3. And I'm not going easy on you.
Well, don't, because my eyes are sharp. I'm zoning in.
Item number 3 is a vacuum cleaner.
I'm going to hawk this.
I'm going to get item number 3.
It could be a bullet. I'll tell you what's written on the side of the bullet. It sounds like there's a lot of preparation involved. Are you throwing a person?
Sorry, it's a bit hard to hold. 1 second. All right, 1 second.
Do you want to go to a song?
All right, here it comes.
Yeah, vacuum cleaner. Yeah, got it a beauty.
Was it always that clear? I felt like I gave it as much as I
have we
could.
broken a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, it's for the good of the game.
No, sorry to the work.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Anyone working here.
Whoever has to use a brush and shovel now to brush and shovel the entire studio. Yeah, that's all we've got time for.
No, actually, we've got to go back and go.
Okay. We're back in the studio in a moment.
Today, the topic is UFOs, Ham. We thought we'd finished before, or you had.
I thought it was a great way to end the show. You were throwing around vacuum cleaners in the hallway and went, oh, that's, I think I know a little thing or two about radio. Good night, everyone. Turns out it was only about 3:45.
Turns out I was throwing around easily identifiable vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
It was the UFO game. It is up at hamishandandy.com. What we'll do, actually, though, is put up a version where we won't say what the items are, and you can try it out for yourself.
Try it with your friends. Obviously, if you're going there, you know what it is. But real fun one for a rainy day.
Hey, to bring this home, Happy Lassie Bridge has emailed in category of UFOs saying UFOs in our family don't stand for unidentified flying objects. For us, they stand for unavoidable family outings.
Yeah.
She joins us now, Bridget. Thank you for joining us, Bridge.
Hi guys, how are you?
Very good, Bridge. What's the most dreaded UFO
in your house?
The most dreaded unavoidable family outing?
Oh, well, it was one probably a couple of years ago when we were told we were heading to Adelaide on a trip. But, not to worry.
Whereabouts are you from, Bridget?
I'm from Melbourne.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
And just a bit of a long drive up there, and they, we weren't too pleased, but they said, don't worry, there's a chocolate factory on the way. It's going to be great.
Oh, right.
So
what brand?
Like a Hague's chocolate factory,
what kind
maybe?
of factory?
Well, they didn't say. It just said some famous chocolate factory on the road,
I feel like it might be Hague's. Yeah. Hague's is a South Australian chocolate.
Okay, good.
And they do your excellent peppermint frogs.
Your parents have pledged this?
P.O. Box 418. So the dangle of the chocolate factory, was it close to Adelaide or was it close to Melbourne they were promising?
It was closer to Adelaide.
What a surprise. Did I think Disneyland's there as well?
So why was that a bad trip?
Well, we got there and the chocolate factory didn't exist. So the whole trip,
I would have liked to think they could be a bit more creative than that. I mean, they clearly made it up. But you'd think you'd just, as the parents, you'd just be looking out for an old factory or something you could pull in to be like, oh, it used to be here, rather than just, oh, well.
Was there the remnants of any type of factory?
Well, it used to be there, but then now when we went, it was just a small little shop.
Did the shop sell chocolate? Was there any type of kind of redeeming feature?
There was, so that was okay, but nothing like we had imagined.
What had you imagined, by the way? Because I think we all imagined chocolate factories to be a little bit like Willy Wonka, where generally...
Were you thinking of going for a drink in the Augustus Gloop pond?
Look, it did cross my mind, the melting chocolate fountains and everything, but nothing like that at all.
How'd the trip to Adelaide turn out? Did you have any fun in Adelaide?
No, not exactly. We then went on to visit towns and stuff, and Mum said there's a fantastic pub here, we'll drive past.
I bet there is.
There was not a single person in the town, so...
Our most dreaded unavoidable family outing when I was growing up was we're going for a walk in the bush. And look, we just weren't... My brother and I had stuff to do, and Mum and Dad would go, come on.
You just didn't want to walk
We just wanted to play computer games or something. No, we're going to get a bit of fresh air, walk in the bush. And then we'll just walk around in the bush for a bit, and then we have to go home. Oh, just out to the forest. It was pointless. The best you could hope for was a big stick that you could whack against a tree, and it's not a great day.
Thanks for joining us, Bridget.
I almost swore as I tapped into a disappointing childhood memory.
Thank you for being with us. That's all we've got time for. Get into the big wrap up from Cackling Jack. hamishandandy.com/topics for any upcoming topics or anything you may have missed. The podcast is also there. It's been a pleasure, guys.
Take it easy.
That was the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.